going to call the regular council meeting of December 9th, 2013 to order at 7:04 p.m. Everyone please rise for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call roll, please. Stirrup.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Conan.
Here.
Bullock.
Here.
Baylor.
Here.
Cooper. Here. Audie.
Here.
Everyone has the agenda in front of them tonight. Is there anything anyone would like to add, delete, or is there a motion at this time?
Madam President, I'll move that the agenda be accepted as presented.
Motion by Mr. Ballard. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Conan. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. We typically go into citizen comment, but I know a lot of you are here over the same thing, so I would kind of like to give you a little bit of synopsis. I think a lot of you have some wrong information before we even get started to public comment. We are not arguing the ornamentation of the display. We had an agreement with the property owner to remove objects after the growing season, and the property owner also agreed that they'd be less than 30 inches tall. That is per our ordinance, so it does not impede traffic, and people can still see all four corners without having any obstructed view. That is the reason why that we have been asked to have that removed. We are open to other places for the display to take place. They just cannot take place there. They are too large. We don't want anyone getting hit trying to cross the street. We don't want any other cars to get hit because you can't see them. Again, the property owner signed an agreement with us saying they would have something under 30 inches tall, and the agreement was to have it out, everything out at the end of the growing season, which is at the end of October. So that is the reason why. It has nothing to do with the reasoning behind the ornamentation or anything like that. That is the sole reason why. So with that being said, I'd like to open it up to citizen comment. Any citizen comment? Yes. Could you state your name, please?
Roger Miller, I pastor the Assembly of God Church here in town. So what you just said for clarification purposes is that it's not because a Muslim called City Hall and wanted that removed?
Absolutely
No,
not.
the phone call that did come into the office was made anonymously. We don't even know who called.
Okay.
I took the phone call and no one identified their race, their
No,
religion,
it's-
anything, just.
When Harry called me, that was his words.
We're discussing with them.
So the emphasis here is not on the religious article that's there.
No, correct.
It's upon the size of the religious article that's
Right.
there.
Correct. It is against our ordinance because it impedes traffic.
Can we hear what the ordinance says, just for clarification?
Zoning ordinance code.
The
Okay.
PERC ordinance, yes. Mr. Delecky is on our planning commission.
Okay, so this is a section 5.304, corner clearance areas. Now this is considering the corner. This isn't even a corner, this is a bump out. So the bump out is past the corner. So, and this reads, no structures, walls, fences, signs, landscaping, or other obstructions to visibility shall be permitted between the heights of 30 inches and existing grade within a triangle area formed by the intersection of two right-of-ways at a diagonal of 10 foot. So 10 foot by 10 foot off the corner. This is outside of the corner.
Right.
And anything in the right-of-way has to come to the village for approval. Nothing can be put in a right-of-way prior to village approval. So that's another section of the ordinance, which I was looking for, but I don't have that article number.
So only something that's 30 inches high or less than 30
Less
inches?
than
Less
30.
than
So if that was 20, so it's above 30 inches high, so if it was 29 inches high, it wouldn't be a problem?
Correct.
Yes, it would.
Oh,
You said
It
there's...
would because it has to be approved by the village. As President Cooper stated, that permit has expired. So anything that's going to be put out there prior to the landscaping, because it was done for the landscaping, that permit was for the landscaping. That permit has expired. So anything put out there would have to have a new permit and be under the 30 inches. So 30 inches is one, permit is another one.
Okay.
Anything in the right of way has to be approved by the village.
Are there any other citizens? Yes.
Why is it that this past fall, late summer, I went around and I measured all the other kickouts, the bump outs, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
And some of them were almost up to 60 inches tall, and nothing was done about them.
I'm not sure what are you talking ornamentation or are you
No, I'm
talking?
plants. One
Over
coat
60?
completely covered a
Yes.
fire hydrant.
Okay, well, we will take a closer look at it next year. All I'm saying is it is the end of the growing season. There is not supposed to be anything in there right now. The agreement was is that everything was gonna be out at the end of October. That is the end of the growing season.
But people have had to cut things down in those bump outs before because they were above 30 inches and it grew above that and they had to cut it. So this isn't
Some
the
were
first
almost
time.
60 inches high.
Any other citizen comments? Any other citizen comments? Yes, sir?
Do we have a measurement of how tall they were?
I do. Joseph is 58 inches high, Mary is 36 inches high, the baby is 22 inches high. They are a half an inch wide. Now the stop sign and the post for the stop sign is 3 inches wide. So they're not really obstructing traffic in that they are so narrow.
That does not matter. It depends on where you are looking. If someone is crossing that street, you cannot see them. And everything was supposed to be out at the end of October. That's what the park agreement that you signed says is till the end of October. Are there any other citizen comments? Mr. Delecky.
And there's trees. The trees are, I don't know how tall they are, but they're way above what any of the nativity things are. I don't think anybody is just disputing the religious thing. I think all of us here would just assume that there was more stuff out there. It isn't just, it's just the placement of where it's at,
Then where do you suggest we put it?
in your window. It's your building.
Okay.
Any other citizen comments?
Could you
Yeah,
have it out?
sir?
What is the size that you say that?
I'm sorry, what was your
October-
name so she can have it for the minutes?
Your name, please?
Mike Murphy?
Okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. What is this, you guys have to vote on what size is gonna be out there from now on, or what?
I'm sorry?
No, if
The size itself, I mean, it can't be,
It has
the
to be
October
under,
one was 30 inches.
yes.
Okay, what is the one that's gonna follow that, or what? Or is it 30 inches?
It's always
all-
30 inches.
Okay.
So, sorry, my name is Jeremy Wade, but so if the nativity scene is below 30 inches, you come back to the board with proposals saying, I'd like to put it out there, you guys would vote on it, and then it would be allowed? Is that how it works?
Actually, our park ordinance, that starts when they adopt the parks. That starts in, when does that start? In May? It starts in May, ends in October. So between beginning of November
Okay.
until the end of April, there's not supposed to be anything out in those bump outs.
Regardless of anything?
Because
Regardless.
snow
Okay.
goes there.
Correct, because there
Okay.
could be snow. If we run into an emergency, we have to pile it somewhere
Okay.
because they don't have time to take it off-site yet. That's where we have to put it. Correct.
Okay.
So that is the reason why too. Again, it would be a very short-term thing because it has to be under 30 inches
Sure.
too.
Okay.
Sir,
The bushes that are out there, were those planted by the city of Armada?
no, they have all been adopted by people and individuals and businesses.
And those have to be under 30 inches? Okay.
Yes. yes.
And when we took the building, Sherry, the ferns were way up past the second floor.
I understand that, but we have been enforcing it a lot more. Yeah, that one was
That was
Correct.
crazy.
correct.
Really
And we
crazy.
had a lot of complaints about it, and that's why we came up with the adopting the park and they had people signing agreements.
Well, then why did I get a call from Harry Audie specifically stating that they had a Muslim comment and about those bushes, or about the nativity scene? And he specifically said that to me on the phone.
I have a copy of the complaint right here. I sent you an email saying that they had to be under 30 inches. We have a copy of that. And then I called you to tell you that we are not concerned about what you have out there in terms of any kind of religious paraphernalia. You can have candy canes, you can have a cross, you can have a menorah, you can have a nativity scene. You can put out there what you like as long as it's under 30 inches.
Incorrect. You cannot.
November 1st.
Well, I told her that she was allowed to have it out there as long as it was under 30 inches. So I may be incorrect there, but I said it's fine. As long as it's under 30, you can have a nativity scene there. No one is disputing right now, and we can't enforce what you put.
Okay, what you're saying now is different than the phone call that I
And we've
received.
got the email right here to you.
Right, the email was different than the phone call I received, Terry. Also, in the summertime, you had complained about the bushes and what their height was. And Tom went out and measured, and all the other bump outs had taller bushes than ours. Did you send emails to all of
We
those
did.
people?
We did, we
In the
followed
summer.
up with all of them.
Are there any other citizen comments? Yes, sir.
Hey,
What's your name, please?
My name's Ryan Beeger.
Okay.
What was it? We just have one figure that's too high? What was the measurements on it?
There's two.
Two?
58 and 36 inches.
58 and 36?
Yeah.
Plus the
Okay.
tree.
Plus the tree.
Oh, plus a tree. Is there
Trees.
any way in light of the situation we can have a waiver on this or let
We
it go?
cannot have anything in there, if we run into a snow emergency and they get broke, we cannot run that risk, no. If someone gets injured or hurt, it is village owned. We
Okay.
would be up for a lot of trouble.
Okay, my next question would be, if one was replaced that was less than 30 inches, would that be fine, or are we gonna come back here and go through the whole thing
Nothing
again?
is supposed to be in there from November to the end of April. Nothing is supposed to be in those.
But I did tell her it was okay to keep them in there.
Well, per the park agreement that she signed, nothing is supposed to be in there. Any other citizen comments? Any other citizen comments? Okay. Mr. Delecky?
Okay, so just kind of to clarify for everybody, you know, it isn't the nativity scene. If you're a resident of Armada, you know that you can't park on the street overnight during the winter hours, so during the winter season. So, and again, anything that's in the right of way has to be approved by the village council. That is definitely in the right of way. That's it, actually in the roadway. So it's beyond the right of way.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tom Jarosky again?
Wait, there's one lady talking, Tom.
What about the obstruction in that big Christmas tree? Was that a special dispensation for putting that up?
That has been up since before I was even born, so
Certainly grandfather's was
So you're saying it's just grandfathered
it's
in?
grandfathered in, yes, because it was before this ordinance.
And it's not on a corner.
No, but it obstructs view.
But of what? Of no corner. The whole thing is safety. So you're coming around the corner, you can't see. That tree, there's no corner.
Okay.
We can't even let you stand in that intersection.
Ma'am, you had another question? What was your name first?
Joanne Talley.
Okay.
I live in the corners, and I park on the outside on this road here. I don't even know the name of it. I just moved here, and so you're saying that I can't park on the side, because of the snow clouds coming through? Because I was parked up the top of the corner here.
Where
So
exactly?
she's parking on the side of the building on Burke Street?
Uh-huh.
No emergency, she won't be able to. She'll
Yeah,
have to-
if there's a snow emergency declared, you would have to move your vehicle.
Right.
So where would I put it?
Just down the street, we have a municipal
There's a
parking lot.
municipal parking
What?
lot.
You can move it in any one of the municipal parking lots. There's one behind Cozy. Where else is the other one? There's
Behind,
API. There's another API, Armada Printwear. There's one over there. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I'll find it.
Mr. Bolio.
Yes, when I worked for Armada, we had the snow emergency and people were parked on the streets and they would hear us scraping, and most times they'd go out in their car and watch when we scraped that street. They would move, go around the block a couple times, and then normally be able to park again.
Oh,
So,
did I do that?
But it depends on what
time.
The way the ordinance says, I think it's from 12/1 until March 31st, is it? That you can't be there between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
right.
And I got a ticket there on Fulton.
I did too.
I got the ticket. And I was on the council at the time I got the ticket. We were parked out there, and I took it to court, front of Judge Ledoux, because there was no emergency. There was no snow, nothing. And the judge explained to me it didn't matter if it was 80 degrees out. Between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., you could not be parked out there. Now, he did find me guilty and not fine me, which was nice to him, but he did find me guilty.
But the thing was, uptown, you have apartments and you're allowing them. And unless you supply them with a place to park off the street.
I think they all got parking in the back, don't they?
I don't know. They didn't used to, and one went to court on that one, but they got ticketed. And
Maybe they would, Bill, I don't know.
yeah, I'm just saying.
I just tell you what happened to me, because I did get the ticket.
No, we had a lot of problems there, but we normally work together and got away with it.
It's a different era, too.
Yeah?
So I just want to tell everyone again, we are not saying you cannot have one in your own residence, you can't have one at a church, you can't have a nativity scene. We are not saying that. Again, that's not what we're saying here at all. That is not the premise behind it or anything behind it. It's just, it's impeding traffic. We don't want anyone to get hurt, especially when it is so dark out. It's already hard to see a lot of times that we don't want any problems to happen. Ma'am? What's your name, please?
Ginny Wade.
Ginny Reed?
Wade.
Wait.
What sparked the going out and actually measuring it? Was it the complaint?
We
Or
did
is
get an
this-
anonymous complaint.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
what sparked you going out to measure it?
Yes.
So is this just an easy way for you guys to get rid of it by calling an ordinance on it?
I'm
We
sorry.
had the ordinance way ahead of that.
Right, but is this just the easy way for you to get rid of it now that you're having?
The email that went out by Mr. Audi clearly states that it's a height thing. It had nothing to do with
But
what it was.
the only reason you went out there and measured it is because of the complaint,
The
correct?
complaint was about the height. The height.
Yeah.
The complaint
size
has
of it.
nothing to do
But we never measured.
with
Was there any prior
If I may,
Do you have the,
You can come during business hours and pick up and adopt a thing. You will see it is right in there.
no, I mean, do you have like the script of the call saying that it was because of the height?
we don't do that here.
I find it kind of, that someone will call and say, oh, Joseph's 58 inches.
Again, we're not saying that you can't have it on your own private property and your
What
business.
if you got enough people to sign a
Ma'am,
thing, would you
ma'am,
put it in front of the
Let me
Christmas
finish.
tree?
What I'm saying is, we are not saying you can't have it in your own business. You can't have it on your own private property. We are not saying that. What we are saying is, we have to make sure that there is nothing in there between the beginning of November and the end of April. That is what we're saying. That was the agreement with the property owner when they signed for this. It is village property. It is not a personal property. It is village. If something is to happen, the village is liable for it. That is the reason why the property owner signed up for it. They signed that document stating that. Those are the rules that we are trying to enforce.
My question was behind it, that's what I said. The why did you go out and measure it? And you said
We didn't measure it. Miss Barfeld measured it for us.
Yeah, just gave it to her.
Are there any other citizen comments?
I had another comment, I wasn't finished.
Okay, you have one more minute.
So if you had enough people from Armada sign that they want the nativity set in the village, could you put it at the tree where it's already grandfathered in?
It would be on the street.
It would have to be in the middle of the street.
Or in the middle of the sidewalk.
Right.
Can we hang one on the tree?
You would have to talk to the Armada Lions about that.
Yeah, lions.
The Armada Lions have that tree. Mr. Delecky?
okay, I have a solution. So in the ordinance, there is a sign ordinance, and you can put something on the sidewalk. As you're saying, you're thinking it's only because of a complaint, but it's not necessarily true. We've had things cut down just because the village noticed that it was too high, and there wasn't a complaint, and it was just an enforcement of the ordinance. That was over that tall grass that was in the same spot that was a few years ago. But the sign ordinance, if Mrs. Barfeld came and talked to the building inspector, you're allowed to put a sign close to the building, so you could say the nativity thing is a sign, and you could put it close to the building. It just can't be on village property. You yourself can't go ahead, no matter how good of an idea it is, and put something on your neighbor's property. It's the same thing here. This is village property, not Sherry Barfeld's property. So what you want to do, the is possible to possibly do it if you can get a permit from the building inspector to do it on the sidewalk. It would have to come in at night, and it could be there during the day, and you have to leave the main sidewalk open, and that's a 5-foot area.
Jeff?
Okay.
And that's in the ordinance, that's in the sign
So
ordinance.
my understanding.
No, we're gonna be done here. Everyone has had a turn to speak. Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. We're gonna continue on now with we have no presentations tonight.
Sherry, you haven't heard from me.
We did talk to you, Ms. Barfeld, and you can wait till the end of citizen comment to discuss it again, because we need to move on with our agenda here. Under administrative reports, everyone has their building department report. Are there any commissioner liaison reports at this time?
Yeah, I have a planning commission, and then you can jump in. Just for your information, I think most of you know that the dollar store opened up Saturday. The planning commission worked with the owner to help them get a certificate of occupancy to open up. And then also, in the future, there's going to be a addition to the Fair Acres nursing home, independent. I made a copy. And that's, is that going to be 20 units or 15?
It's 20 beds, 16 units, I think, 15 or 16 units.
And that's more of an independent unit. You don't necessarily have to be sick or anything. Maybe you need to be checked on blood pressure or something. But they call it an independent unit. That's just for your information.
Perfect. Thank you. Any other commissioner liaison reports at this time?
I have one thing for Jeff really quick. Sure. Jeff, we did handle this complaint that came in. You know, I sent out an email saying that they had to be under 30 inches, but I did tell her that they were all right. It was all right to have an nativity scene there as long as it was under 30 inches. So I don't know what we can do. I did tell her that that was permissible and gave permission.
What you can do is
It's called a mistake.
You gotta tell them you made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
Well, is there a certain time frame? I'm thinking 30 days to take it down,
Usually 10.
which would put us past Christmas, and
Usually 10.
I think that would be our solution.
It's still too high.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Solution is, you start making exceptions, it's just gonna, you've got an ordinance, you gotta follow that. That's what we're sworn to do.
Well,
I mean,
well, the
I guess
bubble
I
is six.
I look at it this way: if this could have went a different way in terms of, as the president said, it could have been handled a little bit differently if we had known it was going to go up in the first place. I wouldn't beat myself over the fact that it's over, that you said it could stay, because this all could have been avoided if we had known ahead of time that it was going to be constructed. As Mr. Galecki said, there is a process. So you made a mistake. Mistakes happen,
And Jeff, there has been a nativity center for the last 2 years.
Citizen comment is at the end, Ms. Barfeld.
There could be. I just don't recall ever seeing one. That's, to be honest with you.
Okay, any other commissioner liaison reports at this time?
Yes, I went to a CDBG meeting, which I told you last time I was going to talk about. We need to come up with some ways to spend our money. Unfortunately, a lot of the things that we had ideas for won't fly with this new administration. So I am looking for council ideas to be brought to me.
Do you want to let it?
We're gonna have 90,000, but we get this, we have to know how we're gonna spend this by end of February. Because that's when it's all gonna start.
And we can use it for engineering on any of
Not
our road
usually, it's
projects
usually, no,
or
nothing
bridge
on
projects.
roads, no.
Water?
No, because it has to, the problem that Armada has, the biggest problem that the village of Armada has, is that we are not low to moderate income. If you're low to moderate income, you can find an easier way to spend the money. Unfortunately, the village is not rated as low to moderate.
I think we would all disagree with that.
We can send out income surveys. I mean, that's the only way to prove that, besides what the census does. It's difficult, and I asked the county to send me some ideas of how other communities have spent their money, so maybe we can see if something applies here. They promised they do that. I don't have that yet. I was hoping, my big pipe dream was to have an ADA accessible playground put in at the park, and you cannot do that because children are not low to moderate income. The HUD rules are impossible to follow, and until you have a project to present to them and say, hey, will this work? It's really difficult.
So a playscape would be out there.
A playscape
What
is out.
about handicap accessible?
No, it has to be handicap accessible to low to moderate older people.
A playground?
Yes,
Playscape.
yes. It doesn't, and I will get her to put that in writing for you
No, I'm just
because
saying.
it was almost, when she said it, it was almost comical. But I'm looking for ideas, so please put something together. I'm gonna try to get our committee together again, people that are on it, and come with some ideas, and I'll see what the county sends me. As soon as I get that, we'll try to whip a meeting together and try to get some ideas. But if anybody can think of anything, please let me know, because it's gonna come up quick, and I really would like to have a plan.
Thank you. Under consent agenda, everyone has the regular council meeting minutes of November 25th, 2013, payment of bills, and the regular council meeting minutes of November 11th, 2013. Is there anything anyone would like to pull, or is there a motion at this time?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion by Mr. Sturt. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Clark. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. We have no old business tonight. Under new business, we're setting the 2014 regular council meeting dates. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? Hearing none. Village clerk, this is your agenda item.
Well, you sure? Probably 100%. Oh, are you sure though? Did you check it?
Yes, yes, I did check
Okay.
it.
All right, on the agenda statement, change the December 9th, 2014 to December 8th. That's a typo. The only Monday that we run into issues with is Monday, May 26th, because it is Memorial Day. So if we want to move that up a week, that would take it to May 19th. So I assume that we want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so change the 26th to the 19th. The only other one that we could discuss is December 22nd is Christmas week. I don't know if you want to move that up to December 15th or if you want to keep it on the 22nd.
And move it up.
15th.
Does everybody want to move it up?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, so all the rest of the dates then are.
This is
the
a long
first
motion
thing
for
is-
someone.
We gotta do them all.
Yep. Everything in bold.
Madam
Everything in
President,
bold.
resolved to establish the following dates, times, and places of the regular village council meetings for the calendar year 2014. Monday, January 13th, 2014. Monday, January 27th, 2014. Monday, February 10th, 2014. Monday, February 24th, 2014. Monday, March 10th, 2014. Monday, March 24th, 2014. Monday, April 14th, 2014. Monday, April 28th, 2014. Monday, May 12th, 2014. Monday, May 19th, 2014. Monday, June 9th, 2014. Monday, June 23rd, 2014. Monday, July 14th, 2014. Monday, July 28th, 2014. Monday, August 11th, 2014. Monday, August 25th, 2014. Monday, September 8th, 2014. Monday, September 22nd, 2014. Monday, October 13th, 2014. Monday, October 27th, 2014. Monday, November 10th, 2014. Monday, November 24th, 2014. Monday, December 8th, 2014. And Monday, December 15th, 2014.
Keep going.
And read the,
Unless changed by the village council by duly posted notice, all of the foregoing regular meetings will take place at the Village of Armada Municipal Offices located at 74274 Burke Street, Armada, Michigan 48005, commencing at 7 p.m. The village clerk is directed to post and publish the foregoing information.
Motion by Mr. Ballard, is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Clark. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay.
Nay.
Okay.
Well, you lost me there, Mer. Wasn't expecting
One
that.
meeting.
I want less meetings.
Motion is carried. Are there any upcoming agenda items?
Appointments.
Okay. Appointments.
Well, for planning commission, for zoning commission, zoning board, for cable. I have all the letters that I sent out were in the miscellaneous section of your packet.
So commission appointments?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other upcoming agenda items? Hearing none. Any other citizen comments? Ms. Barfel?
Yes, absolutely. We've had a nativity set out there, Sherry, for the last 2 years, and it was falling apart, never had one single comment. What I have seen is people are incensed about moving that. It really doesn't obstruct the traffic because it's so thin. It's not like a big balloon. We haven't put a big building out there blocking anything. Visibility is still there, and that's not an issue. As far as it being on public property, it is. And there also was a U.S. 6th Court District of Appeals that was issued in August about the Warren Nativity scene there by Chicago Road and Mound. It's been there for 60 years. And as of August, they are now able to repost that on public property again, just like it had been for the past 60 years. People want that nativity set there. It speaks for this town. We have 7 churches in this town who all want to have that nativity set there. And again, it's not a huge, big, bulky thing. It's a sliver of an individual, 2 of them actually, because the baby Jesus is short. And people are very upset about having that removed. So we're not trying to cause problems with the town, okay? I live in this town. We've done more for this town than most of the businesses in here as far as dressing up the town. We keep the building nice. I spend $150 to $200 in that garden every single summer and maintain it. We're out there weeding it. We're doing a lot of work in there. And the citizens of this town want to see a nativity set out there. And I don't think that it's something that's really obstructing the traffic. Like I said, the post for the sign is 3 inches wide. These are a half an inch, these figures. They're half an inch wide.
In one direction. In the
Correct.
other direction, they're
Correct.
this wide.
No, not that wide even, not even that wide, Joe. But people wanna celebrate Jesus Christ for this season. I'm a Christian. All you guys know that. That's where I stand. I'm not backing down from that. And I don't think that this nativity scene is something that we need to be fighting about. You know, it's the reason for the season. And we need to be able to work together on this and cooperate on this. There's been no accidents. It's not caused any issues or any problems, anything that we've had out there.
Okay. Thank you. Any other citizen comments? Hearing none. Any community events anyone would like to discuss?
I'm going to start announcing. There's a, oh, do you have it? There is a fundraiser for Captain Joel House, Friday, January 17th, 2014. It's going to be at the Verbo Lions Club in Berlin from 4 to 8. Free will donation at the door. I'm sure that you've seen the signs all over town. Most businesses have them in their windows. I think there's flyers out. So I think, I'm going to try to keep this so we announce it every week so people remember up until.
It's going to be in all the school newsletters.
Yeah.
It'll be a chili dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, for the next 3 Tuesdays I think it's at the mall there on Hall Road, I'm not exactly sure, California Pizza Kitchen. If you go there for dinner, the proceeds go to benefit McRest, the county homeless shelter. So.
Next 3 Tuesdays?
The next 3 Tuesdays, correct.
Any time during the day, is there a time on that?
I think it's dinner time after 4. I have the flyer on my desk, I forgot it.
Okay. All right.
Any other community events? Hearing none, we are going to be going into closed session. So is there a motion to go into closed session after a 5-minute recess which would, I can't see what the glare, what time is it?
7:48.
7:38. 7:38. So is there a motion at 7:38? We will reconvene at 7:42, 43. Is there a motion? Motion by Mr. Conan, is there a second?
I'll support.
Support by Mr.
Ballard.
Roll call, please.
And that we will be turning the camera off during.
Oh, we will be turning the camera off during closed session. We will be having it come back on as soon as we reconvene.
Okay, you ready? Ballard?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes.
Sturritt?
Yes.
Audi?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Rollock?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes. Motion carried.
Sherry, but I mentioned this is for pending litigation, just so everybody
Oh,
knows.
this is for to discuss pending litigation. Thank you. Okay, we are now reconvening. The time is now 8:44. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Motion by Mr. Wallach. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Ballard. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.